Hi, I am Jennifer Fong.
And hi, I'm Tiffany Lau.
And we're secondary 6 students from St. Clair's Girls' School.
Is it possible for middle school students to become entrepreneurs? Today, Jennifer and Tiffany will show us the answer by introducing their product proposal that won an entrepreneurship competition.
Under the pandemic, we do not have the chances to expose to the society, and then we have less ECA, some extra curriculum activities. After we received this invitation and the chances to join this competition, and we want to learn more about we need to know more about the society, especially the current issues, and we want to interact with different kinds of people so that this can broaden my horizon.
We actually really have less and less opportunities because due to the lockdown and many activities and competitions have cancelled because of the pandemic. It's a very rare opportunity for us, so I have to catch this time.
After conducting market research, they decided to develop a smartwatch as the ideal product for the elderly.
We have seen that there's a need in the market that digital devices are not targeted to elderly, so we have chosen to target elderly for this product, and we have chosen to have some main functions, and they are the health passport, the care value, and the GPS function, because these are the main needs of elderly, especially due to their health problems and the needs of their caregivers. So we have to ensure their convenience and also their safety with the functions.
In our daily life, using me as an example, I live with my grandparents, and in daily life I found that they have difficulties in using mobile devices. For example, when they use the software Leave Home Safe, do not know how to scan the QR codes, and they may not enter any public facilities. So this makes me more aware of the daily use of mobile devices, as they cannot figure it out, and this will restrict their daily activities, their movements. So I think that to solve this problem, a watch is suitable for elderly to establish a better linkage with the general public, because they can use the watch to access different places.
There will be a pair of the watches, so one will be for the elderly and one will be for their caregivers or their children. And younger people are usually more familiar with these functions. The younger person will actually be in charge of the whole function, so the elderly wouldn't have to deal with much technological problem with the watches. For the care value, for example, we have the care value function because we have seen that there are many elderly that have been living with by themselves, or some elderly are living in elderly homes which are closed down due to the pandemic, and they may be really far away from their family members. And care value is a function that they can send emojis like hearts or maybe a smiley face to their parents and their children, so that they can have this habit. They can form this habit to care for each other, especially when the value will increase when you interact more and send more emojis to each other. And when the care value increases, it's actually a good sign of their good relationship. So when it goes down, it will remind them to care for each other.
Under pandemic, elderly have faced many difficulties, but there are difficulties that they face not even under pandemic, but also before pandemic. For example, their mental health situation, because as what Tiffany said, that we have interviewed hundreds of elderly homes, we found out that many elderly are under depressed as they live far from their family, and they cannot receive the care and support from family. We also have another function that is focusing on the mental health issues of elderly, which can help improve the elderly's mental quality of life. So I think this can help us also target the market even though when there's no pandemic. As youngsters and as daughter of my family, I think that we will have the awareness to show our care and love and support as we are exposed to the new education, that we have to show our care to our family and members.
For these young girls, the competition alone was not only an event in the pandemic, but it also opened the doors of opportunity for them to get hands-on experience in the realm of entrepreneurship.
Most of us enjoy this process because we learn a lot from joining workshops and talking to our mentor, because we are not exposed to the business situation in Hong Kong before we joined this competition. But after this, we have know more about some current issues like Web 3.0. I've learned a lot from it.
I would really love that if more people would actually encourage this, because we can see that a lot of young people are becoming more and more talented and are gaining more and more knowledge than we expect before. So I would think if more people or companies would encourage that, we can actually help youngsters to actually develop into real entrepreneurs in the future.
Also, I think that the society needs more creative ideas like us. So I think with the support by different government departments, I think we have more chance to make our own project, to design our own product. So I think under this situation, we can handle it and we can be a little entrepreneur.